Manufacturing companies, hold on to your carriers. Things just shifted from stable to unstable for you. Over the last 2 years, carriers were begging for loads, constantly decreasing their rates just to keep awarded lanes. Now is where the relationships are going to get tested. If you ditched your carrier for the cheapest price, you are going to feel it. So here's what really happened over the last couple of years. A lot of carriers shut down. We've seen this in the news constantly. And almost everyone else reduced capacity just to survive. Truckers were parked, trailers were sold, lanes were cut, hiring was frozen or stopped entirely. This wasn't growth strategy, this was survival mode. Margins were crushed from every direction. Fuel volatility, rising insurance costs, equipment costs, and tighter credit across the entire industry. And here's the part most shippers missed. The capacity didn't disappear temporarily. A large portion of it is gone for good. So when demand starts to come back, capacity doesn't magically come back with it. Let's talk a little bit about good customers versus not so great customers. This is where the difference starts to show. Good customers stayed consistent. They didn't rebid lanes literally every few months like other customers did. They paid on time. They understood the true cost of compliant transportation. Those customers are about to be rewarded big time with capacity. Now let's talk about the other side, the customers that dropped carriers over $100 to $200, and it has happened to me. The ones that chased the cheapest trucks every quarter. They treated carriers as disposable. Those customers are about to feel what a tightening market looks like. Because when trucks get busy, loyalty matters. Now I want to give a little bit of background information on why some carriers couldn't match rates. A lot of times we hear from our customers, Ronan, or I've heard from our customers, Ronan, why can't you just adjust your rates? Come on, you can do anything. Well, here's the real reason why. Infrastructure costs money. Clean safety scores cost money. Drivers working legally on payroll costs a lot of money. 25 to 35 cents extra to be exact. The yards cost money. City drivers cost money. Compliance, proper insurance all costs money. Carriers who refused to cut corners paid the price on the short term, but they survived for this moment that's coming up. And those are the carriers that manufacturing companies want by their side. Now, owner operators and company drivers, listen up. Your situation just went from here to literally here, because freight is moving again, capacity is tightening, and leverage is starting to shift back towards the truckers. Now, carriers, stay with me because the next part matters. So here are the signals that we see right now in our industry. Number one is our website traffic. So what we've seen is that the website traffic has significantly gone up, not just by 10 or 15%, by 50 to 75%, okay, month over month on January versus the month of December. And if we look at last January, this month is actually doing a lot better. Number two, the inbound calls to the office are non-stop. So every time we post a truck, every time we post availability, especially on the outbound, our phones are starting to ring again. These are positive signs. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the national average freight rates are up. They're up 4 months consistently, month over month. If I open it right now, I'll just go over it with you. So in the van division, the current national average freight rates are $2.32 per mile in the month of January, and that's an increase from December at $2.29. That's an increase from November at $2.09, and that's an increase from October at $2.07. 4 months, month over month increase. These are great signs. And the reefer division, look at this, October, November, December, January. Currently, the national average freight rates is $2.81 per mile. Who would have thought? This is unbelievable news for our industry. Now, load boards. We actually have options again. Look at this. It's not just cheap freight anymore. They're real lanes, real volumes, and multiple choices for our trucks. Now, well, finally, when we post trucks, calls are starting to come into our office immediately. And for the first time in a long time, finally, the used truck prices are slowly moving up. Whether it's on our trailers, our trucks, our flatbeds, our reefers, calls are starting to come in. These aren't options. These are early indicators, and they matter big time to us. Now, here is the biggest mistakes that carriers make when times are good. Guys, I want you to start thinking about the future. Carriers, here's your warning. When the market improves, the biggest mistake that carriers make is they are forgetting about who stood by them during the hard times. Don't overexpand. Don't chase every new shipper. Don't burn loyal customers for short-term rate bumps. Protect your customers who protected you when times were hard, because remember, it's going to get hard eventually again, and you want those same people beside you so you can survive the next recession. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, okay, so what's the next move? Well, this is where our free resources come in. As the trucking industry starts improving, this is the time to learn, prepare, and position yourself properly without spending any money. For those of you that want to become truck drivers, maybe this is the time to do it. And we've created a free CDL general knowledge practice quiz to help you prepare for your written test and build confidence before going for your CDL. Some of you out there might be thinking about dispatching or starting a dispatch service. Maybe now is the right time to start thinking about it. Well, we offer free guides on how to choose the right dispatch course. And we have a separate free guide on how to start your dispatch service from home. These guides will help you avoid bad information and costly mistakes. Now, some of you out there might be interested in becoming freight brokers. Well, we have free guides for you as well. We provide a free guide on how to start a freight broker business from home, and also an additional free guide on potential earnings for freight brokers. So if that's the route that you want to go, we have free guides for you as well. Now, if your ultimate goal is to open up your own trucking company, don't worry, I have you covered also. And if anybody out there is young the way I was when I was 21 years old, I opened up ET Transport, and you can do the same thing. We offer a free step-by-step guide on how to open up your own trucking company from scratch, from idea to authority, built to help you do it the right way. Now, the trucking industry moves in cycles. The people who win are the ones who prepare before the rush, not after the rush. These resources are free for a reason, to help you make informed decisions, avoid costly mistakes, and step into the industry with confidence. Use them, study them, and if you want them, just comment which guide you want, and I'll send it over to you. Now, if you want real, no-fluff trucking insights, make sure you're a follower to this channel. I'm Ronan, and I'll catch you in my next video.